Pace car off. We're ready to restart the Pepsi 300 here at the Nashville Superspeedway. Reed Sorensen has led all 105 laps.
A lot of lap cars on the inside. Right now we have 16 cars on the lead lap. The car we better start watching is Martin Truex Jr. back there, our current champion. His pit crew getting the job done. Came in 10th, went out 6th. So they are slowly making their way to the front.
Dick Berggren.
Reed Sorensen was very, very fortunate on that round of pit stops. About 15 laps ago, he keyed his radio. We got a crash on the speedway.
Yeah, Dick, right off of turn 4, David Stremme is involved. Tony Raines went through the grass in the 33. Casey Kane in the 6.
Aaron Fike in the 66 car.
Caution is out for the 4th time. A lot of damage to the 66.
Front and rear on that car. Aaron Fike making his first start of the year in the 66 car. This is a car that Greg Biffle drives at a lot of the companion events.
Let's take a look at what happened, Larry McReynolds. Here on lap 107, the restart had just taken place.
See Aaron Fike in the 66 car on the bottom of the racetrack. Car wiggled with him, went up the racetrack right into the side of David Stremme, the 14, and it's a chain reaction from there.
John Wood had some damage to the right front corner of his race car on the 47.
I saw our points leader, Carl Edwards, once again barely getting by down through the grass in the 60 car.
There's another look.
And I know David Stremme in the 14, I'm sure he will be upset, but as you could see, Aaron Fike, just when he got in the car, in the throttle, his car wiggled, and up the racetrack it went. There you see John Wood in the 47 car, been running in the top 5 most of the day. His crew trying to make repairs to that car.
Boy, John's had a good race car today. So caution out again for the 4th time on lap 107. On board with Brandon Miller.
There's nowhere for these cars to go, and I hate to use a cliche, but we see it week in and week out. DW says it all the time. Cautions, breed more cautions.
Another look at what has just brought out our 4th caution flag of the day. Green flag here at Nashville Superspeedway, just underway.
Reed Sorensen, our leader in the 41 car, has his hands full right now with David Green in the 27 car. Remember, David made that green flag pit stop right before the caution, and right now he's fighting to get one of his 2 laps back.
16 cars on the lead lap. Reed Sorensen has led every single lap here today. He started from the pole position. He's trying to win his first NASCAR Busch Series race. Kenny Wallace rides 2nd in the 22, followed by Clint Boyer in the 2, Shane Neal in the 32, and Johnny Sauter in the 1 car. That's your top 5. On board with Kenny Wallace.
Now, the car right in front of him, we just talked about David Green in the 27 car. The problem he has is he's 2 laps down, so he would not get the free pass. He actually needs to try to get up there somehow, and I think that's going to be a tall order with the way Reed Sorensen's running in the 41. He needs to get 1 back on the racetrack, but right now he's going to lose another spot on the racetrack to Kenny Wallace, our 2nd place car of the 22.
On board again with Kenny Wallace. Looking back at David Green. And Larry, as you said, it's been a quiet year for Kenny Wallace.
But just good, solid finishes each week.
Was 12th at Atlanta. Best finish this year, 8th on the road course at Mexico City. Justin LeBannon in the 44 car.
Yeah, not a great qualifying earlier today. Qualified 26, but now through virtue of good strategy on his crew chief, Bryant Frazier, and staying out of trouble, he's made it to the top 10. Had terrible luck last week at Atlanta. Got caught up in an early crash in the race that was not of his making. It was in the top 10 in points before that fell out. So this is a good solid run for Justin LeBannon, the 44. But he's getting a little heat right now from Tim Feedaway in the 12. But looks like they got a pretty good car for Justin, Jeff.
Yes, they do, Larry, and they've been tuning around it, just like you said, just a little bit at a time as we watch the 32 car Shane Neal go under Clint Boyer right now, take a position away from him. But he's been given good feedback so far. The car's really performing well, but guys, it's cooling down. So the last time in, they decided to put a little tape on the nose of that car to try to get a little more front grip, and it didn't bother the water temperature because the car's running cooler right now with these conditions starting to cool off here at Nashville.
Yeah, put that tape on the nose. That helps everything aero-wise. Plants the nose of the car, plus helps the straightaway speed.
The 21 of Brandon Miller in front of Justin LeBannon. He is a lap down, as is the 33 of Tony Raines.
All of these cars having flat tires or cut tires under green flag conditions, the reason they are a lap down.
LeBannon trying to clear Raines and Brandon Miller.
Now, of course, 2 cars behind him, David Stremme in that 14 car, right there, the Navy car, even by virtue of the repairs getting caught up in that wreck, he is still on the lead lap in 13th position. Looks like what happened has not hurt his car any. There you see Ashton Lewis in the 25 car behind him, and then Carl Edwards continuing his march to the front, the 60 car behind Ashton Lewis up to the 14th position.
There's Edwards. You're talking to Jamie McMurray this morning. He said he called Carl Edwards this week to congratulate him. They're both from the state of Missouri. And Jamie said, you know, he said, I just like seeing cool guys win races. I'm happy for him.
I knew somewhere in there where there was going to be that cool comment. Jamie thinks everything's cool, but you know what? It's good.
He says life is good.
That's exactly right. I love to see Jamie run well, because when he runs well, he's colorful when he's not running well. When he's running well, he's real colorful.
Jamie in the 7th position. Casey Kane on pit road in the 6th car.
Now, he is still on the lead lap. He was running in the top 13 of 14. Looks like there again, we've been talking about this all year long in Busch and Nextel Cup. Looked like possibly some rubber debris or something got on those grill openings and running hot. That's something these Dodge new Charger front ends, with the grills being so upright, they've been fighting all year long. And he will go a lap down after staying on the lead lap for over half this race. Well, we know Reed Sorensen, our 41 car, our leader, he secured those 5 points for leading the most laps because we're past halfway, and he's led every lap. That's one way to do it, get her done.
He's got her done for 120 laps, 105 to go. Dick?
Reed Sorensen is very lucky to still be in the lead, Steve, because just before we had that last round of pit stops, he keyed the radio and told the crew just one word: vibration. When he made his pit stop and they took the tires off, turned out that the right front was about to fail. A substantial area of that tire had started to come apart. So Sorensen, very, very fortunate to not have the tire fail, be able to change it under caution. Jeff Hammond.
Dick, one other thing we talked about down here, how cool it was getting. Guys are able to add tape. But one other thing that's going on is the track is starting to cool down. From the start of this race, we were about 89 degrees. Now, track conditions are around 77 degrees. Cooler racetrack, a lot of times will tighten the race car up. And for guys who are a little bit behind on their adjustment, their drivers are already starting to complain about it.
Yeah, Jeff, you know, we're close to 100 laps to go, so these teams may get only one more chance in making those right adjustments on the car and keeping up with this racetrack.
There's the interval between Reed Sorensen and Kenny Wallace, 1.2 seconds. We'll see if Kenny can reel him in after this.